Okay. You're going to help me subway is here. The details of your booking. Fairchild Friday, blank. Oakland team. So I'm supposed to. The pawn simply. We are only pawn in this game. There's my mirrored look. This doesn't seem unimportant. Hey, day before my birthday. This seems interesting. What am I supposed to be doing? Obviously, I gotta set up the board like that, right? Is that it? Not what I meant to do. Jason, Ethan. Okay. What does that tell me? Is it an arrow there? What's the arrow for? Oops. Wait, what? What are these arrows for? Up? My music theory. So I have to try to mix and match these pieces with. Okay. Might be more chess pieces to find now. Yep, one. There's 6 of 6 pieces. Okay, that tells me. There's gotta be something in this bowl. Oh, that'll work. What is my goal? What am I trying to accomplish? What am I trying to find? Our king and queen. So he's at the end. She's right there at the end. So they're both at the end. They're both in white in that. Mr. Bishop. Mr. and Mrs. Knight. And our pawns. And that makes him the horse. Okay. So what does that mean altogether? This is then considered an additional layer of encryption, for instance, designed by rotating or mirroring the characters. This is also wise to have an aid or a key prepared, which makes it easier to decrypt the message one time. So, which is the opposite? Are they black or white? That is the question. A with a physical tool is the most valuable part of the system. It's therefore okay. So this is important. Back. So here, the question is, I wonder. So if I'm going to read this right, I think I'm going to start by going right, down, left, then up, just to give it a shot. Up, and then try it right. Nothing. Okay. So far, I only have 2 chess pieces. Is there anything on this ship? Should be able to... There is a black book. Checking everything to try to be delicious. This is almost like Final Fantasy music. Is this Final Fantasy music? Well, obviously this is the code. Birthday. We have a Ben, Amy, Rachel, Beth, Kate, out. Oh gosh. But how does that tell us who's who? Oh my. Because all we know is our king and queen, Mr. Bishop, Mr. and Mrs. Knight, the Pawn siblings. We don't know his name, but we know he's the horsey of the knight. Or the rook, I should say. Like a rookie. Let's see if there's anything. There's nothing in this wardrobe whatsoever. Absolutely nothing in the wardrobe. Basically a useless thing here. Alright, let's look over here. I'm just taking apart everything to see. Hence, birthday. Finder contains a printed out email. There's a date on the letter, but you cannot read it because of a stain. Okay. Mr. Fairchild. So March 1st. Don't have anyone for March 1st. I have a PITI. Go to the keyboard. Okay, hang on. Code wife minus first letter plus wife minus birthday. Or wife first letter, wife birthday. 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 There's no March birthdays here. There's an Ash. And there's a Petey. And we know the last name is Fairchild. But we don't know how to... Wait. But if her birthday's in July, like legitimately, if the birthday's in July, okay, I guess losing the weekends. Emily. Okay, Emily Fairchild? E25. How does that answer? That doesn't really make a lot of sense. I'll say that. That doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Oh, it does move. Okay. So what? Does it appear? Like this? Yes, it does. I still only have 5 pieces. I don't have all of them yet. Which means... Now what? The encryption. In each corner there is an arrow pointing to a different direction. I did that. On the shelves there's a blue book with a note inside it. We need to mirror something. There's also some symbols on the note. Things on the carpet. Ah. So I'm supposed to mirror. So start where? Start right. Let me try it. So right. Is it right up? Okay, but on the note. Right up, down, right. Right up. So it is right up, down, right. Wait, right up, down, right. Up, right. Right up, down, right, up, right. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but let me do it. So right, up, down, Alright, so let's look at their faces. Big face and everything. In this order. Alright, so we have... we have white king. Or what pieces do I have? I have a pawn, knight, white king. So white king. Then we have a pawn. I have a black pawn. So black pawn. I think that look. Pretty sure it's this knight. So black knight. Black knight. Rook, which is black. Black rook. Then I'm guessing it's supposed to be another pawn. I know it's a pawn. Then we have white knight. And then white queen. Where's this guy? Bishop. I don't see him in the picture. I don't see bishop in the picture. I just see 7. I do have 6. Okay, so that's all I need was 6. Okay. So where's the black rook in the middle? What does it start off with? Let's see. Or 6 minutes. Yes, I got them. Yes, I have that. Stand next to the cabinet, look at the chessboard. Okay. So I'm looking at it from white's point of view. So there's a white pawn? Black pawn? Chess piece must be arranged in order shown in the group. I got that part. When the first row is viewed from your standing position, the piece can be placed in this row in that order. Pay attention to the colors of the people's clothes, including all aspects. The queen is on the far right, is not hugging the others. This means there is a gap between her and the knight next to her. Whilst the pawn standing in the first row must be included correctly. So the queen on the right is against from everything. So I'm going to guess she's going to be like right there. There's a black pawn. And then there's that. Something like that. And then there's what's her? She's the another pawn. I'm just taking a guess. It's something like this. Alright, in order, king, pawn, knight, rook, pawn, knight, queen. The space is left in the empty queen and knight, so that the pawn on the far right is also hidden. Okay. When you stand next to the chess, you must look at it from specific sides. Stand next to the cabinet, look at the chessboard. Chess must be arranged in the order on the group photo. I've done that. And the first row is viewed from your standing position. Piece can be placed in this row. Okay, so the first row, this here. Okay, so that's what it is. There's a black pawn. And is this the dude? Black rook. Pawn. First row. Knight, pawn, knight. King, pawn, knight. Yes. Rook, pawn, knight, queen. So he's left it empty on the right. Not sure I'm understanding. Alright, so when you are next to the G, you must look at the specifier. Stand next to the cabinet and look at the chessboard. Okay, I'm standing next to the cabinet and looking at the chessboard. Okay. King, pawn, knight, rook, pawn, knight, queen. First row in that order, I said, right? I'm not sure what... in this row. I mean, what other row can I do it? Stand next to the cabinet. Let's try it again. Oh, that's the queen. So, queen, knight, pawn, rook. Okay. I have 5 and there's 7. There's 8, 6, 4, 1. So 1, 3, 4, 6. So 1, 3, 4, 6. 1, 3, 4, 6, 8. Which, if I had to say, Symphonia 1 is indeed 1. Symphonia will show me 3 is actually 6. And then 4 is actually 3. And then this is 6. The last one's 8. 6 is 4 and 8 is 7. Okay. Where do I put that code? Where's the code to lock that in? Where do you lock the code? If I could break it, but it did. So where do I put it? Yeah. In the office, you end up with the music there on top of the drawer of the dresser. Next to the mirror is a flyer for concert. Yeah, I saw that. Here the radio, you'll find the matches of the music piece, which creates an order. If you hear the music there within the shelf, it has to avoid black boots arranged like a piano keyboard. Oh. Okay. White and black books. Okay, I see. So... C, D, E, D, F. Wait, what? C, D, E. Okay, C, D, E, F, G, A, C. Okay, but how does that tell me? One, two, three, two, four. Huh? I'm not sure I understand the music theory behind it, but 1, 2, what? 3. I'm not sure I understand these puzzles, but. Hey, did it. Well, I like the ideas of it and everything. I just think it's kind of complicated because I don't really understand all the different music theory possible and how to apply it, but maybe some tweaking on it would have worked more, but it's still interesting enough. What broke? What broke? Who broke something? One of you break something? Who did that? Someone broke something. I'm not going to leave till I find out who.